Good morning. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Easter. It's April 12th, 2020, and I am live with you today to play with some super fun projects using two bundles today, Grace's Garden bundle and Beautiful Moments stamp set. So I'm super excited to show you guys what I've got. Okay, so you guys, I am playing with Grace's Garden and Beautiful You. Or Beautiful Moments. These two stamp sets together, I think they were made for each other. They're absolutely stunning. I love them both. I played with Grace's Garden on my Facebook Live on the Pretty AF stamp group, and I have some of the projects here that I made with them. So this is Grace's Garden. Made some little garden projects, and my fourth one is, I actually gave them all away, so I can't show you my fourth one, but it is over on the Pretty AF group. So if you're on my team, you get that group for free. If you want to join us, you just pay $15 a month, and you get a Facebook Live with a PDF every week, and you get we have giveaways each month, and it's a lot of fun. So this time I'm playing with Beautiful Moments in Grace's Garden, and I designed these three projects, which are all very whimsical and cute, and I just love this. I made this kind of memory picture frame of some little girls collecting seashells on the beach, and I love the sentiment. It says collect beautiful moments, so I thought that was pretty appropriate. And then I made this one where it's a beautiful garden, so the mom and daughter in the garden. It looks like I'm lagging pretty badly, huh? Is it bad for anybody else? So here is my card, and then if you open it, you extend out the garden. So now you have the little kitty and the bird, and it says you're somebody's blessing. So very fun. Love this card, and I love these two together. I think this would be a great Mother's Day card, or a card to your daughter, or any family member for that matter. And then I think this one's kind of my wow card. This is a bench or bridge fold. I think it's called a bridge fold. It lays flat, fits inside of an envelope, but if you open it up, it pops into this 3D kind of card, and I love this gate, and then having the woman in the field there behind it. It's very whimsical. It's very pretty. It's kind of like escape into this, garden, magical kind of garden. And then I have a place in the back for a message, and I didn't stamp it because I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to use it. If I wanted to use it as a thank you card, a miss you card, or a birthday card, or not quite sure exactly. So I didn't stamp the sentiment, but I opened my gate. I cut my gate so it can open. Just very, very pretty card. So those are today's projects. Now, again, back to that Pretty AF Facebook group. Now, I am using the Beautiful Moments stamp set in that group this Friday. I go live Friday night at 6 p.m. And so I'll just give you a quick sneak peek of those projects. I did watercolor for those ones. So this one's probably my favorite with the watercolor. I did this one as well for our creative challenge. I don't know if you guys have seen our creative challenge over there yet, but I did this one for that one. This one was, I tried a no-show watercolor technique. And then this one's probably the wow project. It's an easel card, but it's also a box. So this one, it says collect beautiful moments, and it's a little box inside. So this is my kind of wow project, which I thought was really, really cool. So those are my projects for Pretty AF on Friday. If you haven't joined us, you definitely should. It's only $15, and you get so much for that $15. You can cancel at any time if you feel like you don't want to be in that group anymore, or financially you can't, but you will love that group. And the link for that is also on my project sheet. So let's go ahead and get started on these projects. I'm gonna do our little memories one here first. And I have everything for that here in my little box. And one of the things, I already kind of did some of the work. I made our little frame. I used the stitched rectangle framelits, and I just cut out a piece of crumb cake. So the crumb cake measures 4 by 5 1/4. And I just cut out the center and ran it through the embossing, the Pinewood Planks embossing folder. So that makes this nice little frame. And then I have a piece of crumb cake. This is the base. Okay, and I cut out from the Grace's Garden. So there's the dies on Grace's Garden has so many amazing little elements. The dies for this set are amazing. I know they're on back order right now, but they'll be back. They're supposed to be back on Monday. And these little greenery pieces here, I cut out 2, okay, for the bottom here. And so what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna stamp our little scene and color with our blends, okay? So for the stamping, we're going to stamp a couple different things and then we'll color everything. So, and I used Memento Black because I used blends to color. All right, so I'm gonna stamp my little, sometimes, you know how when you're on the beach, sometimes there's like these old kind of like fallen over or wind blown fences. So that's kind of this little piece of just 2 piece of fence. It kind of reminded me of that. And so I stamped my little fence for my little beach scene. And then I took some of these little weeds, or I don't know what they are, and I just stamped them down kind of next to the bench so that it looks like sometimes there's grass or things growing, you know, inside the sand. So that's kind of the start of my scene there. And then I'm gonna stamp the little girls. Thank you, Morgan. I'm gonna stamp the little girls. Hopefully that light is working. And I'm just gonna stamp them right about here. Okay. And then I have these, this actually has 2 little seagulls in it, which I think is perfect for a beach scene. So I'm gonna stamp the little seagulls up here in the sky. Nice. Okay. So that's the stamping for now. Let's go ahead and color. And so again, I used my blends to color. For the girls, I colored them with the ivory. I colored their skin with the ivory blend. So just gonna give them, and actually, I'm kind of going about this the wrong way. What I wanna do is actually color my scene around them first, and then I'll color them in. And you'll kind of see why, because when I color anyway, I'm not the best colorer in the world, and I kind of get out of the lines a little bit. And so what happens is, the great thing I love about blends is you can kind of mix colors and you can get kind of your boo-boos. Like if you go out of the lines or color into their legs or something, you can get that out with the other blends. So right now I'm just gonna color the sand. Okay. And I'm just using, this is dark crumb cake. So just color. Okay. And you can do, you can mix in some light. You could mix in some ivory. You can do a mixture of different colors in the sand. It will lighten it up. And then for the fence, I used light soft suede. Try to make sure I'm staying in the picture. So light soft suede or dark soft suede, whatever color or shade you want. You can even do some shading with it, which I'm gonna skip this time around. The other thing you wanna do is take your light mossy meadow, and that's what I'm gonna be using to color the grass. So I'm just kind of coloring in some grass. I'm gonna color in the, I don't know if these are flowers or weeds or what, but I'm just gonna color them all green. You can definitely add color if you wanna add color. All right, so now for the blues, I did light Night of Navy. And I'm gonna use the brush tip and just kind of get this ocean started here. Okay, and again, you can see how I kind of have to get between their legs. I probably should have used the fine tip there. Okay, and then I'm going to use some Balmy Blue to kind of blend things together. I'm using dark Balmy Blue, and I'm just going to kind of, because, you know, ocean's not all the same color usually. So just coloring between their legs, blending these colors together. Okay. So, got your ocean going, right? And then I want to do some shading down here in the sand underneath them. Just kind of add some shade there. Okay, now we're going to do the sky, which I'm going to use a Pool Party for. And now my light Pool Party. So I'm just mixing in some dark Pool Party just because my light Pool Party is dying. And I don't like all the lines. Just gonna try and blend this. Okay, not the best sky in the world, but it will do. All right, so now for the older girl's dress, I did Calypso Coral. So I just kind of started with a light base. Watercoloring with these was so much fun, so I encourage you guys to check it out. It was, I think it makes for some really pretty projects. If you have time for new blends, my Pool Party ones are, I go through the blues a lot. I think we all have like our favorite colors, and so those ones tend to die quicker. But yeah, my Pool Party's definitely seen better days. Then I'm going to go over with my light. Good morning, Cindy. Guess what? You won the giveaway from last week. So congratulations, my dear. You won the Sending Flowers dies and stamp sets. So Jen said, why do you have washi tape on some blends? That was my way of marking them because I don't have a label maker, and we have lots of classes where people will bring their own, and so that was my way of trying to like identify mine as being mine, so we didn't get them mixed up. All right, so I used Highland Heather Dark and Light for her little dress. This one I used Poppy Parade, or not Poppy Parade, Purple Posy, which is why it's lighter. You can use whatever colors you'd like. All right, and then I'm going to use Dark Daffodil for her little pail. And for her, I used the Poppy for her little pail. Now the hair is the trickiest part, I feel like, because like if you want blonde, right? Dark Daffodil Delight is like too orange, I think, or too bright. I don't know what the right term is, but it's too something. And then, so then I can like mix, I have to kind of mix in a brown to kind of tone it down a little bit. Yeah, you kind of have to just play with it, but I like that. That's cute. So there you go. There's your little beach scene, right? Super fun to color. It's kind of relaxing, actually. All right, now let's put this cute card together. So this is kind of simple to do. What I did was I took my base and I just glued it down to, I glued my little scene down to my base in the center, like so. Okay, and then I did dimensionals on the back of my little frame. Yeah, that's the whole thing about blends, is you can mix different colors and get different shades, and that's why blends are so awesome. Okay. So pull those back. You guys all have fun Easter plans for today. I know it's a different kind of Easter for all of us this year. We definitely did something different this year than we've ever done before. So there's our little frame. And then I have a strip of Whisper White that we're just going to stamp the sentiment. And the sentiment's probably my favorite part of this whole thing. It says, collect beautiful moments. Just working today, Terry? Yeah, so this sentiment is super fun. Just stamp it here. I think it's super sweet. And again, I kind of made this into like a picture frame, which is kind of like, you know, like collecting memories, taking pictures of a memory that's something you did as a kid or something your children did as, you know, when they were little. So I'm going to trim this down, and then I need to cut out a sand dollar. So I was looking for seashells or sand dollars or something to do with this, something to do with the ocean, and lo and behold, Under the Sea Framelits has a little sand dollar here, which was perfect. So I cut that out of Very Vanilla because sand dollars aren't quite white. I feel like they're like an off-white, and so I did mine in Very Vanilla. So we'll cut that out real quick. So let's go ahead and pop this out. You want both pieces. Oh, both pieces came out. Perfect. You want the little star in the middle, and you want the outside. So see, it comes in two pieces. So what I'm going to do is put, well, oh, and this doesn't fit just any old way. You have to figure out which way it goes. And I'm just going to put a couple glue dots on the back of it, just to kind of hold everything in place, like that. And I'm going to get my little greenery pieces. And what I did was I took my linen thread, which is starting to unravel from both ends. I hate when that happens. And I'm just going to tie these two together and tie a little bow. So I just wrapped the linen thread around it, and we'll just tie a bow. Maybe my fingers can work. Just pull that tight. Tie a bow. Okay. And we'll trim off the extra. And then I kind of just glued this down with the glue dot. So I just glue this down, and let's see, where's our little sentiment? What did I do with our sentiment? Did I hide it? Did it fall? Oh, it's right here. I'm gonna put a little bit of runner on the back of it. We'll just glue this down right about there, and then we'll put this here on the end of it, and then we'll glue this down right here next to it. Voila. We have this adorable little card. I love it. How fun is that? Such a pretty little scene. So cute. I love these two sets, you guys. I just absolutely adore them. I love, love, love these two bundles, the Grace's Garden bundle and the Beautiful Moments stamp set. I hope you guys have fallen in love with these projects. They're great for spring. They're great for Mother's Day. They're great for family cards. I just think they're so awesome. And then hopefully you guys will join me for some watercolor and some super cool projects. This easel box that I made, these watercoloring projects that I'm going to be doing on Friday. So awesome. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful week. I'm here if you need me, if you have questions. I just love hearing from you guys. Thank you guys. Have a fabulous Easter. Bye.